Hey, good morning, guys. This is Ursula, the Hobby Container Gardener. I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Y'all, I got up a little bit later than I wanted to because I had a late night. So, um, went to a party, had a good time, and now I'm trying to get this coffee to wake me up. All right, so today, y'all, I was trying to figure out what I was going to come out to the garden and do today. It's a lot of stuff, but I can't do it all. So I'm gonna try to have like a little chill day today. So I've decided that today I am gonna focus on onions and garlic. So I've already planted my garlic. I never released a video. I did a whole video on it and just never released it. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add that video in, um, and then I'll show you what the garlics are looking like now and what I am doing to hopefully produce some nice garlic cloves. So that's going to be a little bit later. So right now I'm focusing on the onions. So I have onions over here that I'm going to get, but I also have, so y'all, I've been dropping onions all over, like wherever I had like an empty spot or pot, or I'm just dropping onion seeds. These are, I'm not sure, either the yellow or the red onions. And I have this one. This one fell over at some point, but I still have a couple of onions. I can see that that's coming up. So, oh, this I need to water this. I'm going to up pot these, and hopefully I get more. I have one more pot that I don't see anything coming up in, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I'm gonna focus on is up potting these. So I'm gonna put y'all down so y'all can see what I'm doing. And just to give you an idea, I have a spot that these onions are gonna go in. I'm not ready to plant them out just yet because those beds in the back behind the greenhouse, something always seems to want to get in that bed and just lie in it. So I'm not ready to put the onions in, but I do want to separate them so they'll have their own little onion plug. So let me get my I use something like this. This is like a skewer, like if you're barbecuing or something like that. I just use them like that. Um, and just use this like to make the holes. So let me set y'all down so y'all can see what I'm doing. And I did add some water down here because some of this soil is kind of hard. So let me go ahead and separate these onions. All right, so all I did was kind of went down underneath the actual green and just trying to tease the roots up without breaking the roots. So let me see if I can go ahead and just get these planted. All right, so I have space for one more, and I'll get it. Like I said, I have onions, there's seeds dropped all over. Um, so I'm gonna make sure that these are standing, because if the top of the green is like touching the soil and it stays wet, it could dampen off. Onions dampen off real fast. So try to make sure that they're standing up and they're not touching the soil. So I'm gonna just let this sit in the sun for maybe a day or two. So like this one that just fell over, I don't want this to lay on the soil. I want this to stand up if possible. So I may have to add some more soil to that one, but that's what these are looking like. So now I'm gonna show y'all some that I already have. All right. So your girl gonna have some onions this year. I mean, if they all survive, because I haven't been the best onion grower, but I'm trying. I'm trying my best. So what I've learned is, and a couple of my subscribers did tell me this, cut the tops off of the onions like this. Put y'all down. So cut the tops of these off so that the onion can focus more on the bottom, the bulb, and not so much on the greenery. So I need to see what I did with my scissors. I'm going to cut the tops, and then I'm going to fertilize them, because onions are heavy feeders and they like a lot of nitrogen. Even though they grow underground, they are a bulb. I'm going to give them some potassium, but I'm also going to give them as much nitrogen as I think I can give them safely without burning them. So let me find my scissors. All right, I'm back. The coffee is getting me going, like it's giving me that boost. All right, move some of this out the way. All right, so I'm just going to trim the tops of these off. So I'm gonna put y'all down so y'all can see. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just clean it up a little bit because I see some brown. Okay. All right. One down, two more to go. All right, so I'm gonna have to go back and clean out all this, debris. Now I can leave it. I don't have to take it out, but knowing me, I probably will. So this, y'all, if you want to, this can still be used. This can be chopped up and maybe added to a salad or something. But it's just so small, I probably won't save it. But, you know, for anybody else who thinking, yeah, you can still use this. It smells like onion. So let me just do this last one. Oh, pull this whole thing out. All right, so we got that done. So, let me go ahead and clean this out right quick, and I'll come back. But like I said, you don't have to throw this away. You can use this if you want to. All right. All right, y'all. So it's not gonna be perfect, but I did get all of this off. So hopefully that will help the onions to be a little stronger. Um, Hopefully they don't dampen off and they survive and I'm able to plant them. So what I want to do now is I want to fertilize them. So I have my jug here, and move this to the back. I have my 511 Alaskan fish fertilizer. So I don't want to overfeed them. They're still little. I just want to give them a little bit of nutrients to kind of, you know, help them get going. So I want to add some of this. That should be enough. Ooh, I don't want to get this on me. Oh, this sucks. All right. Let's go ahead and feed these onions. All right. I don't want to do it. I don't want to overwater them and have them dampen off. You know, I had that last year. So I want to kind of give them just enough, but not too much of water. So I'm going to let that set for a minute. And we'll do this one. So much stuff on this table. Still got my bell pepper harvest from yesterday sitting there looking all pretty. I'm gonna let some of them finish turning the color, and I have a niece that's coming over today to get some of them. All right, let's do this one. Add a little bit more because they were really dry. Add a little bit more. All right. then I'll go put these trays back in the sun and let them continue growing. Let me go ahead and catch this one right quick. Okay, so this one, I think I'm gonna maybe add some soil to it. I don't want the onions to be too deep, but I want them to stand up. So this is what I am doing to take care of my onions. Hopefully I get some onions this year. Last year I did get some. They weren't that big. I'm grateful for what I did get, but I'm trying to do better. So I'm trying to improve on what I did last year, this year. Paying more attention to my onions, making sure that they're well fertilized, and then planting them at the right time, you know, where they're big enough and I don't have to worry about, you know, planting them real small. So these will stay maybe for another couple of weeks. I might keep these in these trays, and then I'm just going to plug them out and plant them in the bag. So these new ones that I just planted, I'm going to give them a little bit of 511 as well. And I'll stand these up a little bit better so that they're not lying over into the soil. I know I have space for one more, and I think I have another one that I could put up in there. All right. So that is what I'm doing with my onions. Let's go out off the patio so that we can go ahead and take a look at the garlic. I'm going to drop that video of me planting the garlics so that y'all can see, because I didn't release it. I did it, and I just didn't release it. But now I want to look at and see the progress on the garlics for right now. So, y'all, hold a minute, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get these strawberry plants out of here. I'm going to work through the soil. I'm going to add some fertilizer, and then I'm going to drop some garlic up in here. So I'm going to set y'all back so y'all can see what I am doing. All right, so anything else in there, it should just break down. Yeah, so let me go ahead and start adding some additional soil. So I have my Kellogg's. All right, so refilled it, add some new soil, and of course this new soil has nutrients in it already, but it's going to help revitalize this old soil. All right, let's add some fertilizer. So I'm using some organics, and it's a 5-5-5. So it has nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So I want to add that. All right. And now I'll add some bone meal. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't measure anything. I just kind of eyeball it. All right. Now we're just going to work this in. As I water, the nutrients are going to seep down to the bottom. I didn't go all the way to the bottom because I know there are earthworms in here. When I started messing with it yesterday and pulling stuff up, a couple of worms popped up. So I'm not worrying about adding worm castings. I know they're in there. I don't want to disturb them though. All right. Let's get to this planting up garlic. So I found this garlic at a Mexican store that's in my area, and the cloves are kind of big, so we're just gonna peel this open. And I don't know if y'all know, but if you use small cloves, your garlic that you're going to grow is probably going to be small. The bigger the garlic clove, the bigger your garlic may be. All right. So now I'm just breaking this apart. So you want the outer white skin to be off, but there's still another skin on here. You want to leave that. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take this outer skin off as much as I can and leave the other one on. All right, y'all. So I'm going to plant them to give each one of the garlics enough space so that it can expand and grow without bumping into the next one. And I do have some additional garlic. I might go ahead and fill this whole little tray up. So let's go ahead and get it. So the flat side is what you want to plant, and you want to leave the pointed side up. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start off with this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to position them. Let's see. I think that's enough space. All right, so flat side down. Push it down in the soil. Probably going too far out. All right, y'all. So we have our first tray of garlic planted. I think I'm going to do one more. Or I may just interplant some garlic with some cabbages or broccoli or whatever I'm planting in the crop cage. I may just add a few cloves of garlic with that, and yeah, grow it like that instead of using another pot. But I do want to have a lot of onions and a lot of garlic, along with all of the seasonings that I use to cook with, which will save me money. And I know I'll have some fresh seasoning to make my food taste its best. All right, y'all, I'm back. I hope y'all enjoyed that video of me cleaning out this planter box and planting my garlic. So I'm gonna pull y'all down because I want y'all to see what the garlic is looking like now. We're gonna do a little cleanup and we're gonna feed this garlic as well. So the garlic is looking pretty strong, y'all. It's looking pretty strong. Um, I won't know what's under here until I start pulling it back. But from what I can see, it looks strong. So now that I've went ahead and cut back the yellow leaves, I just want to go in and clean out any grass that's trying to grow. Y'all, I'm not gonna be out here too long because that sun is killing me. I'm gonna set y'all down so y'all could see. All right. Pull out any grass. All right, garlic is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and add some nitrogen to them as well. And you know what? I think I want to add some potassium to this bed. Let me do that. Yeah, not potassium. I want to add phosphorus. So I'm going to add a little bone meal to the bed, scratch it in, and then I'm going to water it with the 511. I don't have on my gloves and I'm not scratching it in with my nails. No. Just want to kind of scratch it in a little bit. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's hope we get some nice garlic. I know it's not a lot. I didn't plant a lot. I only planted one big clove separated. I really don't use garlic enough to plant like a whole big old bed. Now I do believe I'm going to get another one and plant maybe another planter just like this of garlic. Well, we're in mid-October, maybe the beginning of November. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant one more bed of garlic, and that should be enough garlic to last me and my family. So I'm gonna set y'all down. Now I'm gonna water everything in with this diluted 511. Okay, y'all. Oh, the sun is so bright. All right, so um, I went ahead and took care of my garlic. Like I said, I wanted to trim back some of those dead leaves or the yellow. Um, Scratched in some bone meal for extra phosphorus, and then watered it down with some Alaskan fish fertilizer, the 511. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that this produces some nice garlic cloves for us. Last year I got garlic, but it wasn't that great. I mean, once again, I thank God for what I got. I'm just trying to do better this year. So I'm trying to pay more attention to the seeds and the plants that I'm dropping so that I can get a better harvest. A better harvest. All right, y'all. So while I'm out here and I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my little Romanescos. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit of this 511. All right. So I'm gonna use the rest of this on my new little seedlings that I have planted. I just haven't planted all around the yard. But I think that's all I am doing today as far as the onion and garlic. And y'all, I got me a treat today. Look what I got. Look what I got. So, yeah, I'm gonna treat myself to some tomato snacks. Oh, I better wash these. My hands full of that stuff. I'm gonna come back and water all of those in that I planted this morning. Water my strawberries, my little cabbages that hopefully they do well up in here. So, like I said, I have garlic in that tray. I have garlic in a couple of other beds, and I'm gonna have onion all over, y'all. So, I am making a hostile place for them bugs. If they want to come in my garden, they're gonna smell the onion and garlic because I'm gonna put it all over. That's my plan. Yeah, they're not gonna get a nice garden where they can just come in, just enjoy themselves. They gonna smell that garlic and onion. All right, y'all. So I think that's all I have for today as far as my onions and my garlic. I've um I've done about as much as I can do with them. So I'm gonna take a break because I'm starting to sweat. I'll go back out and I'll water everything, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. So thank y'all for stopping by the Harvey Garden, hanging out with me on this beautiful, beautiful morning. It's hot, but it's not as hot as it usually is. So I can deal with this. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Y'all stay safe and y'all be blessed. I'll talk to y'all later. My snack once I go wash them. Y'all be blessed. Bye.